Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another version of Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. I'm not sure what went on, fellas. By the way, I'm Kevin Cameron. JT is over there in the green, and you have Ken Craig over there in the white with the nice Pittsburgh's DSEN shirt on.
You like that?
Fellas, right when we went live, I do like that. Right when we went live, the cameras went berserk.
Oh, no.
The cameras went berserk. You two are fine.
Okay.
But I'm not fine. I guess we're trying to give everybody a tour of the broadcast studio.
Did it go up and down?
So yeah, I'm not sure. You know what? Let everybody, I'm going to try to turn this particular camera off. And let me make sure I have the right one.
Absolutely. But welcome to Pittsburgh's DSEN Soul Take. Again, you got myself, Ken Craig, with your boy, Jay Tizzle, in the house today. A little bit about the show today, just to kind of go into some detail here. We're going to be covering a number of things, but first off, you could call in or text in. JT, do you want to give us numbers for the call in?
Yes, 412-213-8995 is the call-in number. Make sure you use that for the call-in number because the text number is 412-218-3888.
And get on all the socials. Get on PittsburghsDSEN.com. That's PGHDSEN.com. And check out our full radio schedule on a website for our 24/7 music programs.
And listener participation makes it even a better show. So.
I thought you were going to say makes a day go round.
Ken turned off the fireplace.
He did. It's not as cozy.
Hey, I'm back. I'm back.
And then most importantly, subscribe to our YouTube channel. If you're watching on YouTube right now, we're live in the comments. But you know, our show is live today, so any comments you send in, we'll respond to. But subscribe to our channel if you haven't yet. Subscribe to our radio program. Get your alerts and everything on your phone, as well as you'll get updates on all the content on YouTube. It's outstanding content on both, so subscribe for that. It's something free you could do to support the program. And as well, catch the Black and Gold post-game show after every Steelers day game. We only do day games. We wish we could do afternoon games, but I don't think a lot of you, or night games, I should say, but I don't think a lot of you will be up to deal with us.
Unless they're working late.
Yeah, unless you're working late.
Yeah.
I forgot. Yeah. I didn't think about that. But we're always live after Steeler day games. Cloud 33 Cigar Lounge in Pittsburgh, PA. And if you're here local listening, that is in Penn Hill Shopping Center. Cloud 33 Cigar Lounge. We're there live for 3 hours after the show. Kevin, you back?
I am back.
All right.
First thing we need to say, fellas, happy Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Happy Thanksgiving. Hopefully everyone will be able to enjoy time with their families and eat and all that good stuff. Enjoy each other. Say I love you, all that good stuff. Yeah. So happy Thanksgiving.
What else? Watch football all day
There you
long.
go, JT. There you go.
I keep a plate in front of me all day long.
All right, so the NFL already took over. I mean, they're Thanksgiving, right, fellas? Now they're trying to take over Christmas as well.
And the day after Thanksgiving.
You're right. Black Friday, right?
Yeah.
Black Friday. So, yeah, everyone enjoy your Thanksgiving. Also, please keep Pittsburgh's DSEN on. We have great music. We have great things planned directly for the Thanksgiving weekend. We have a brand new show I want to make sure everybody is aware of. It premiered last week, and it was a fantastic show. Cocoa with Jesus. Okay, it is a faith-based show that is all about inspiring you. Okay, talking about different subjects regarding faith. And actually, Asia, who does it, she's the main host. She provides coaching regarding that and allow the listeners and viewers to actually call in and be a part of the conversation as well. So that's tomorrow, Cocoa with Jesus, and that starts at 7 o'clock. It's from 7 to 8 p.m. Also on Saturday, we have another live show, Travel, Fun, and Tips. And this is with my wife, Francine Camera, Rita Gregory, as well as Nichelle Downing. And we're going to kick that show off. We're going to premiere it, fellas. And when I say premiere this show, I'm talking about from a YouTube standpoint. It will be the first time this Saturday that it will be on YouTube. So continue to watch the radio schedule to see what topics they plan to talk about. Hopefully you're a subscriber, because if you're a subscriber, you'll get that information to allow you to tune in. And again, that is this Saturday, the last Saturday in November, and it's actually the last Saturday of every month from noon to 2 p.m. So please check it out. All right. So we will kick everything off with a question that I have. And every show we have a question of the day. Okay. This question here is, are you frustrated with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers? I'm just going to take that, fellas, and not just include it with this particular segment here, but we'll use this all show. Okay, because we want to hear from the callers as well. Are you frustrated with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers? Which one of you want to start? JT, go ahead, JT.
It's not more frustration with Tomlin. I think my frustration is coming with the ability to do what you did the week before. And when I say that, I could not believe as well as Darnell Mount Washington played last week, they didn't really implement him into the game until, like, I don't know, when you need him. But I mean, that is somebody that is a game changer. And the reason why I say that is if you get him going, now the defense has to play to his ability too.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, they got Jaylen Warren going a little bit, DK Metcalf, but it just doesn't seem like there's no like adjustments being really made at halftime, after halftime.
Sounds like you're frustrated.
That's the frustration. The offense is the frustration.
Just the offense, not the defense. The highest paid defense in the NFL.
Right, but I'm saying, if the offense, I'm frustrated with penalties, and they're stupid penalties.
With the offense?
Yes.
Unfortunately, I believe during Mike Tomlin's press conference today, he actually pointed out that enough credit isn't being given to the offense. And I think maybe the Steelers offense have the least penalties in the NFL. Did he say that, Ken?
I don't know if he meant the offense, but I think he meant the secondary when he said that.
The secondary?
Yeah, but okay. I think he said like 8 penalties. But I feel like the offense, they're untimely.
Yeah.
Like that that one that the end of the game, whenever we had the illegal formation, and they called back Mason Rudolph's
Gainwell.
Well, I was thinking Mason Rudolph's scramble for 20-25 yards.
And he's not a runner. He gets 25 yards and it comes back.
Mm-hmm. Right. And the thing is, he was told by two different who told him, like, move back. You're not covering fun. He was told by two different players.
Who was told?
Kenneth Gainwell. Okay.
Oh, on film he was? Like you saw him?
Yeah, like they were telling him. And it's just like he didn't get it.
To me, there's no excuse whatsoever for that. No excuse. And I can't remember how many people were on that side during that play.
Was there three?
Outside of the tackle. Was he?
I think it was three.
Okay.
A wide receiver, Gainwell, and who was right beside him?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so maybe
I have to pull it back up.
Maybe we'll pull that up and take a look at that particular play. But what needs to happen is all about communication, right? Everything is all about communication, no matter what you do. So if you had two other guys over there, and it sounds like they told them, but I'm not sure during that. I don't think the Steelers had a timeout during that time, if I'm not mistaken, with that crazy rule that they have where the time was already stopped.
Because of whatchamacallit got hurt. They used the timeout. Who got hurt?
Yeah, they had to use the timeout whenever Pierre got hurt.
When Pierre got hurt.
Was it Pierre?
Yeah, it looked like and I know you were there, but on TV it honestly looked like he tried to draw a penalty by tripping over someone's foot. And I'm not saying he was faking, but the way he went down was like he just tripped over someone's foot and then laid there.
Yeah.
And pretended like he was hurt. But the clock was stopped.
That's my point. The clock was stopped because it was an incomplete pass. The defense did a very good job. I believe they actually stopped Chicago their last two drives. So they gave the offense an opportunity to do something with the ball, and the offense couldn't do anything with the ball.
They scored second to the last drive with was it Freiermuth?
Yeah.
I thought the last two drives.
I thought the second to the last drive we scored, and then we had to stop them.
I have it right here.
Okay. I'm just saying I thought it was, but
where are we at here? Where are we at?
Fourth quarter.
Yeah, I thought the last two drives, the Steelers defense stopped them, gave the offense an opportunity to go down and score, and both times the offense could not score. Okay? But let me say this, as we look for the information that we need here, I'm frustrated. Okay? I'll just be straight up and just say I'm frustrated with this team. Don't get me wrong, everybody out there. I'm not saying Mike Tomlin needs to be fired, okay? Not at all. But it does frustrate me because the main reason with the last game, the Steelers had opportunities to win the game and they squandered those opportunities. Did you find anything?
Yeah, I did. It does look like we did score a touchdown with roughly 6:27 left in the game. And then we had to do a punt right after that.
Okay.
Which was a terrible punt, which was like 30 yards, 33 yards or something like that, where we wanted to flip the field. However, Corliss Waitman had that punt that left him at midfield, basically. And then once we got the ball back again, that's when we gave it up on downs. So you're talking about the touchdown to Freiermuth right before the punt.
Well, I'm talking about Chicago's last two possessions and
last two on the
for Chicago. Yeah, Chicago, I'm looking, they had the ball on 6
touchdown, punt, then end of game, obviously.
Right.
Yeah.
So the last two possessions, the defense did a good job, was my point. Right. Gave the offense ample opportunity to win the game, even though I think I said on the post-game show that if it were me, more than 2 minutes left in the game and the Steelers had a fourth down and the Steelers decided to punt, I would have went for it. Okay, even though it was
4th and 9, though, wasn't it?
I don't care what it was. I would have went for it. I wouldn't have put it in my defense's hands. However, it worked out, as Mike Tomlin said, it worked out regarding getting the ball back. But going back to the penalty again that caused the Steelers to use their last timeout, it was an incomplete pass. Okay, and then you said Pierre got hurt as a result of a player getting hurt within, is it last 4 minutes of the game?
I think it's last two. Might be 4, but
4 2 minutes, whatever it is. I think that's a observed ruling penalty. They need to get rid of it.
Yeah, it's certainly absurd. There's nothing we could do about it. It is what it is at this point. I think what Tomlin said was the game didn't come down to that play. Right? The game could have been won. in other ways.
Yeah.
That was not what it should have came down to.
It's still good to have those options.
Sure. Or something to complain about. Absolutely. But it didn't come down to that. We have so many opportunities here that we could have capitalized on that we did not, or even stopping them from rushing down the field right before half and getting a field goal.
Right.
And almost playing like a prevent defense.
Exactly.
Instead, stand up and play some defense,
Yeah.
And stop them from going down the field and getting that 3 points.
So frustrated with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers for you?
Yeah, I'm certainly frustrated with them. Yeah, absolutely. I think on three levels. One, I think, there's another coach in Pittsburgh that just called his team out for not playing up to standard.
Down the street here,
right down
from
the street.
Our headquarters here in the Hill District of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania on Center Avenue. So we'll talk about that later as well.
And the reason why I bring that up is because, and Tomlin's...
And I just got a text too. The texter is frustrated with Mike Tomlin and the Steelers also.
And in Tomlin's press conferences, one thing I've seen this year is maybe it's been like slowly over the past few years, is he's gone from next man up mentality to it's tough to do things when people are out of the game, right? He's gone from like a little bit of a mindset of we're limited whenever we don't have certain people in the lineup, which I get, but it used to be a next man up mentality. And I think right now, instead of saying, we look terrible out there, here's where we look terrible, here's where our defense needs to improve, right? I think they need called out right now. I think they need to be, I think there needs to be someone that says, hey, you're not as good as you think you are right now.
Well, one thing I see is I think the defensive line is putting too much pressure on our defensive backs and linebackers.
Oh, yeah.
So I did look it up. It was Mason Rudolph who told Gainwell first. Then he had to tell him again. And then Calvin Austin was pointing for him to move up, move up. And there was only like 2 seconds on those.
With no timeouts? No timeouts at that particular time? Well, we'll find out.
I don't think that.
And Aaron Rodgers seen it from the sideline. He was like this. He went like this. Like, oh, my God, he's uncovered.
The thing about Aaron Rodgers, do you two believe that the Steelers would have won this game if Aaron Rodgers started?
I don't think it would. I don't think they would have scored as many points.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that. I don't think the quarterback in this game is what hurt us. I think even if we would have scored faster in some situations, all we'd be doing is giving a ball back to the Bears. I don't think our defense stepped up enough. Like you said, I don't think our defensive line put the proper amount of pressure on the quarterback.
I mean, we could move the ball.
I think if Aaron Rodgers would have played, it would have been a clear win. It would have been a clear win. When you take a look at Mason Rudolph, number one, he had 2 turnovers, fellas.
That turned into points.
Yeah, that turned into 14 points. Okay.
The first one, if you watch that first interception, this is what I don't like. Okay.
He only threw one, but go ahead.
I mean, he had a fumble, but I'm saying that first turnover, the interception, if you watch that play, if you go back and watch that play, and I can't recall who it was either Darnell Washington or it was, I think, Jonnu Smith. It was, 15 yards down the field. He was standing right in front of him in the middle of the field, wide open.
Yeah. So you're making my point. Yep. Maybe if Aaron Rodgers were playing, he would have hit Darnell Washington.
But I think sometimes they're trying to force the ball too much to DK Metcalf instead of letting.
That might have been the case.
That's a really good point because I have something here that I was going to share early on today. But it talks about the middle of the field usage, right? And I know that was a question to Tomlin as well today in his press conference, but our middle of the field usage is very limited, even when we have Aaron Rodgers in there, but at least when he sees someone, he's going to hit him. Yeah. And this game specifically, it was like there was you're not allowed to throw in the middle of the field. And I think if Aaron Rodgers was in there, if he did see someone, he may have hit him. And like JT, like your situation, I don't think that Mason Rudolph is and I don't know if this is true or not. This is just my fan assumption here, is that they are told or they are advised to stay away from the middle of the field. That's what the perception is, right? Because there cannot be all of these chances where they have the opportunity to throw in the middle of the field, and yet they say they go against that opportunity, or they are saying, no, I'm not throwing it there, even when we have people that are open. So there's got to be some kind of like psychological reason why they're not doing that, or if it's drilled into them from a schematic perspective.
Maybe.
Yeah,
that might be the case. And JT, you mentioned Darnell Washington. I think he was only targeted 2 times. He only had 2 catches anyway. And Aaron Rodgers likes to throw to Darnell Washington. So, and we only lost by a field goal. I'm not a betting guy, right? However, the point is relevant from a standpoint of who the favorite is. And they had the Steelers -3 or a +3, I guess.
Yeah, it would have been +3.
Is it +3, -3 for Chicago, which means Chicago
was favored by 3.
Was favored by 3.
Which is normal for a home team. And the Steelers lost. Yeah, which is pretty normal for a home team, especially if you have 2 teams that are basically the same, right? And it's basically no points, and then you kind of give like a 3 points to the home team. Right, just because they have the home field advantage.
Yeah.
So I get it. I mean, we are essentially the Browns of the AFC North.
Don't say that.
I think we are.
Don't say that.
Well, you're right.
That?
You're right. They're better than us.
The Browns?
Yeah, 8-3, and they just beat us.
Oh, the Bears.
Sorry. I'm looking at.
Hold on.
I'm looking at the Browns right here. They're
what's going on?
The Bears.
I mean, they both have brown though, right?
Yeah,
is it black and brown?
Both same colors. That
for
orange.
So yeah.
Sorry about
orange.
That. Sorry.
Orange.
Sorry, guys.
Okay,
sorry.
I got you.
Yeah,
at
the
least
Bears.
we're on the same page here. And so yeah, Mason Rudolph in that game threw 31 times, fellas. 31 times, only 171 yards.
Yeah.
And like I said, 2 turnovers, 1 interception, 1 critical fumble, and they both resulted into 2 points, right? And Ken, during the post-game show on Sunday, I mentioned something, and you all were taken aback when I mentioned this. I mentioned that the offense might be just as bad as the defense. And I started to think about that a little bit more. And if you use net points, for example, okay? Net points, think about this, okay? Chicago scored 31 points, okay? 14 points off of turnovers. That's on the offense, right? 14 off turnovers. The defense scored 7 points. So that's 21. So net points is 10.
Okay.
Net point. And if you do that every game, and I haven't gone back every game to do it, but Mike Tomlin also talked about during his press conference today, over the last 2 games, the defense scored 21 points.
Right. That's a good point.
So when you break it down, okay.
Not much production.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, the offense.
I mean, there's production in spurts, but not consistently through the whole game.
And I think, I don't have the stat right in front of me. I know that the Steelers are in the bottom quartile when it comes to throws over 20 yards. They're not stretching the field whatsoever. I think the Steelers are running.
They don't have the time. Aaron Rodgers, I mean, they don't have the time. I mean, you think about it. He's always that's why he's always throwing those quick shots to Darnell Washington and Jonnu Smith and,
And what was saving this group early on, it was to run after the catch, right? For a while, the Steelers were in the top 5 for run after the catch. I'm not sure what it is now. But, yeah, I think the Steelers have problems on both the offensive side of the ball as well as the defensive side of the ball. And we try to keep it honest here, everybody, on Soul Take. And we come to you every Tuesday from 6 to 8 p.m. and the phone lines are open. The phone numbers are on your screen or on the device that you connected on. So we want to hear from you. The question of the day, are you frustrated with Mike Tomlin and our Pittsburgh Steelers as it is right now?
But you know what else frustrates me too these days, like week after week after week, is the referees. I mean,
I think we need referee stats that should be like accessible during the game or whatever to show for real, like how many like offsides do they call like at the end of the game, or I want to see like where they are, right? How, like, what kind of pass interference calls do they make? What kind, like those kind of things, because that's a human, like it's a human thing, right? It's not like a computer's up there like, yes, this happened, or no, this did not happen. It's their eye is telling them when to pull out the flag.
Did you hear a whistle when Connor Hayward did the tush push?
Oh no, I thought they got the second push on that.
And the second push, he got it.
Yeah,
he was well above it.
That's what I was saying. There
was no whistle blown.
And it's ridiculous. I think Philadelphia, when they do their tush push, and I think I brought this up before, I think they get away with whatever they want to get away with. When other teams run it, it's not the same.
Mm-hmm.
It just isn't, because they don't call offsides against Philadelphia or a legal procedure, whichever penalty it would be, but they'll do it for other teams. And who was the team they did the tush push? No, it was Philly, where they did the tush push and they fumbled, and they said that his forward progress was stopped.
Wow.
So they get the benefit of the doubt all the way around versus other teams don't.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like that. Another thing I don't like, fellas, and we're going to push the high school playoffs to another segment so we can finish up this discussion here. But another thing I don't like is what do you call it? Replay assist, if that's what it is.
When it wants to.
Yeah, exactly. So if I see, if I'm rooting for Team A and you're rooting for Team B, or let me put it this way, your Team A, you're rooting for JT. Ken, you're rooting for Team B, but I want to see Team A win. I'm going to try to review as much as possible for Team A. Right. And I'm going to limit what I review for Team B.
Right.
Okay. See, there's no hard rule.
Was that the other night they did that with Philadelphia and Dallas when somebody got a first down, or actually it was Gainwell, I'm thinking, that got the first down? And to me, he clearly got the first down around the left-hand side.
Yeah.
And everybody's going back. They caught a first down. And then all of a sudden, the referee says, after further review from system, whatever it's called, replay assistance, the runner was short of the line of game.
Yeah, and I agree. And I'm actually going to take this conversation a step further, because you just reminded me of something here. I'm more frustrated with CBS. I know, Kevin, you were at the game, but did you watch the game on CBS?
Yes.
Yes. How many times did they come back from a commercial in the middle of a play?
Yeah.
I heard about that.
It was the fourth down fake tush push to Gainwell. They came back from commercial while he's running through the gap.
There's no excuse for that.
You have a billions of dollar contract here. All you have to do is show a football game. You don't even have to talk. No one wants to hear you talk. Like, just play. That's it. Just play what is supposed to be played on TV. Don't cut to commercial on a fourth down and go.
Do your picture-in-picture like a lot of people do with
I don't mind that at all. Hockey does it all the time, and do the commercial.
The thing about it, the referee stands on the field, or an official, let me just say that, stands on the field until the commercial break is over and they give the thumbs up. So when
Pittsburgh win no huddle, that's what happened.
Regardless, when they get that thumbs up, they should make sure they have a clear feed, live feed, before they blow the whistle to go.
Well, word on the street is that, because they're supposed to have a maximum amount of commercial time for every NFL game. Okay. Word on the street is there was a few networks getting their hands slapped a little bit that they were exceeding the maximum amount of commercial time.
Okay, maybe to get more money, but still, even with that, they should show the whole game. So,
Hands
all right,
down.
so we're right up against break. Fellas, segment 1 is down. So we are moving on to segment 2. And we did not want to get to this point where the Baltimore Ravens actually caught the Pittsburgh Steelers, but as they say, it is what it is. The Baltimore Ravens caught the Pittsburgh Steelers. Now they are in first place. Now the question is, can the Steelers get it back? And we're going to do a fun exercise here, fellas. We'll pick the wins and losses that we'll predict for the last 6 games for both teams. And I know I did it earlier today. I'm curious to see how you all come up with it. Again, it's just not for the Steelers, it's for the Ravens as well. So if you're at home or wherever you are, bring up both schedules. The Pittsburgh Steelers schedule, we're going to show it to you. However, if you could bring it up during the break, give your chance, give yourself a couple minutes to think about those games remaining on the schedule. And we'll go through each one and we'll make our prediction. We would love to hear from you to see what your prediction is. Also, in the next segment, we will talk about the Pittsburgh Penguins, losers of the last 7 out of 10. What's the problem with our Pittsburgh Penguins as they play? Is it the Sabres?
Buffalo Sabres.
Okay. I'm not sure if I spelled that incorrectly or not.
All right.
I might have.
You did.
Okay, because I thought I saw that out there. I looked at it twice, and it didn't seem like it was right. But I thought I saw it out there, so I went with it.
Yeah.
So Buffalo, they play Buffalo. That's tomorrow, right?
Correct.
All right. So we need to talk about that. So we'll do all of that and more when we return.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Pitt Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Pitt television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Pitt Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm, providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, love and hip-hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions, weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
All right, we are back. This is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. My name is Kevin Cameron. You can't see me right now, but you can see JT in the green and Ken Craig in the white. I think I'm being hacked, fellas.
Well,
I'm not sure.
They're telling you something.
What's going on. I turn around and my camera is all off. So I'll go ahead. You know what? Let's do as I adjust my camera and try to come back live with everyone. Let's go to high school football.
Before we do, can I just jump into a few of the Steelers? I know we talked Steelers, and I know we didn't give an update on some of the transactions that came through today. Should have been the first thing we did, so we apologize for anybody listening. Nothing huge, I'll say that. The Steelers have signed wide receiver Cornell Powell. He's going to be number 82, and they also signed defensive end Anthony Goodlow, number 72. Both are going to be signed to the practice squad. In corresponding moves, they have released defensive back Daquan Hardy and linebacker Mark Robinson from the practice squad. Also in news, Daniel Equale, he's our defensive lineman, has been suspended for 5 games. Looks like he will be able to serve his suspension while he's on IR, but looks like he'll lose his paychecks. But he is going to be suspended due to performance-enhancing drugs. So
hate to hear that.
Yeah. I mean, he's on the IR. Thankfully, he can. take it while he's on the IR. But there you go.
Yeah, that's a slap against you. Next infraction, I'm not sure what it is, but I'm pretty sure it'd be more severe. So hopefully there won't be any recurring incidents.
Right.
All right. So high school football, before we get into Steelers versus Ravens, as far as how they end up, JT, 1A playoffs. I think we're at the semifinal round, if I'm not mistaken, for high school football here in the great state of Pennsylvania.
Yes, we are. And in 1A, meeting up for hold on one second. Let me just bring this back real quick. Oh, excuse me. So we have Bishop Guilfoyle, who beat Belmont Charter. And then, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I got it right. Man, I'm getting old.
Every day
I get older. So we have Laurel.
And into the mic, too, because
Laurel played Clairton, and it was a tough game. I mean, it was a very tight game.
Real tough.
And Clairton came out on top 8-6. And this is in the West semifinals. And Bishop Guilfoyle, another hard-fought battle. And I feel so bad for Westinghouse because they're always like right there. And they lost 7-6 to Bishop Guilfoyle. And down in the lower part of that bracket, so Clairton goes on to play Greenville, who Greenville beat Port Allegheny 36-28, and Belmont Charter beat Lackawanna Trail 52-40. So it'll be Bishop Guilfoyle and Belmont Charter playing in the semifinals, and the winner of that game goes on to play the winner of the Clairton Greenville game in the state championship. So, and then if we go on to the 2A, we have, and this is one I like because in the West semifinals, we have Farrell, PA, right up the road.
Yeah. About an hour, 15 minutes.
Some nice golf courses up that way, Kev.
Very much so.
They overpowered Richland 32-14 to make it to the West semifinals. And they will be playing somebody right down the road as well, which was it was a game, Western Pennsylvania's game, Seton LaSalle. upended Steel Valley 21-14 to make it to the semifinals. And on the other side of the Western bracket,
and what classification are you
this
going
is
to?
Class 2.
Okay.
And Southern Columbia, they beat Stilton High Spirit 56-26.
And then you could just give who their plans because
they're playing
in the interest of time.
They're playing Lansdale Catholic in the East semifinals. So whoever wins Lansdale Southern Columbia will go on to play the winner of the Farrell Seton LaSalle championship game. And these games are going to be held on the 28th and the 29th of this month.
All right. Thank you. 3A PIAA playoffs. We have Trinity that moved forward to play Northwestern Lehigh in the semifinal, and also my kids' school and where we live in the Avonworth School District. Congratulations, by the way, to the Avonworth Antelopes for winning the WPIAL championship. They move on to play the Penn Cambria, and that is at Indiana High School on 11/28. 11/28. Is that what day is that? Friday
and Saturday are these games.
Friday night at 7 p.m. So I was very happy to see Avonworth move forward. In 4A, I was happy about the results in 4A as well. First of all, Southern Lehigh moved forward to play the Cardinals, and that's a 7 p.m. game on Friday. And my boys, my alma mater, Aliquippa, moved forward after a win over Oil City in the PIAA playoffs. So they moved forward to play Twin Valley.
I'm going to tell you what,
and that game is 7 p.m. on
I know
Friday.
that's your alma mater, but I'm very proud of Aliquippa.
Oh, I am too.
With everything that the WPIAL tried to throw their way.
Yeah. Every year.
Every year. You know what I mean? They just laced them up and went out there and took care of business. So congratulations, Coach, out there in Aliquippa.
Mike Warfield.
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Absolutely.
And then also Duke John Core for Avonworth. Congratulations. And Wayne Wade. We had those three guys on the radio show Soul Take a couple weeks ago, and they all won WPIAL championships. The only one that didn't win was the fourth person that we had from Amani, and Avonworth took Amani down, and I was surprised. I think it was like 38-6.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised with that score. So I reached out to all those coaches and gave our congratulations as well.
Awesome. So for the 2025 5A playoff bracket.
And excuse me,
Whoa.
In any city schools coming up, still in it. I want to make sure we recognize any Pittsburgh City leagues.
I'm looking, and I don't see any.
All right. Sorry about that, Ken.
Start over. All right. So 2025 5A playoff bracket, we had Pine Richland and Peters Township in the WPIAL championship. Peters Township. Pine Richland and Peters Township. Peters Township won that 20-19. They go on to play Bishop McDevitt.
Powerhouse year after year.
Yep, Bishop McDevitt took out Salonico 38-20. And then Hollidaysburg and Roman Catholic played. Roman Catholic took that 55-20. So Roman Catholic's going to be taking on Springfield Delco. Springfield Delco just beat Chester 34-12. So same dates, the East semifinals. It's going to be Roman Catholic versus Springfield Delco. And then the West semifinals will be Peters Township and Bishop McDevitt. And then moving on to 6A, we have Central York and Harrisburg. Harrisburg won 38-10. And then Harrisburg moves on to play Pittsburgh CC. who just took out State College 42-21.
The Central Catholic, man. The boys, they be balling.
Is that who it is?
Yes,
Pittsburgh
sir.
Central Catholic? I don't know why they wouldn't just put Central Catholic. Right. And then, yeah, they have been balling this year, absolutely. And then for the East semifinals, LaSalle College and North Penn will be playing. It looks like North Penn just took out Penn Ridge 21-14, and LaSalle just took out Easton 49-7 in the championship game. So LaSalle College and North Penn on the east side, and the west will be Harrisburg and Pittsburgh Central Catholic.
Okay, excellent. Thanks for those updates, guys.
What, Kev? I haven't seen him play. I mean, I saw him play when my son used to coach Shadyside Academy, but what is Evan Worth's strengths?
Power, I think. Just manhandling people. Yeah, playing good defense and running
at the line
ball.
Of scrimmage?
Yeah.
Just more so they're running team?
At the line of scrimmage, yeah. They're a running team. Yeah, I saw them play a couple of times this year.
I think they have a good running quarterback as well, too.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, they do. But there's been games, and I didn't see what they did during the championship as far as numbers, but there's been games where it seems like the halfback ran it 90% of the time. All right, moving on. What we'll do before we get to the picks, because I want to make sure we have enough time to get through all the picks. Let's go to the Pens to make sure we get the Pens information in, and we'll save the Ravens and Steelers schedule prediction for the next segment, which will be our 7:00 segment.
Absolutely. So, we've talked the past few weeks about the Pittsburgh Penguins, right? And a few weeks ago, we talked, about the historic October. And I know JT was really high on them. I was enjoying the historic,
the good times,
good times, right? The good times. But I was
JT was too.
Yeah, I was a little.
But there's still some good to come out of it. I'll talk about it in a second. We're good, Ken.
There's and I was a little pessimistic about it, but one thing I was clear was everybody was enjoying it, right? Like everyone was enjoying the time. Now, after that historic October, the Pittsburgh Penguins have definitely fallen on some harder times now in November. And I look at it through two different lenses. One, we are very injured. So we have Ricard Raquel, one of our top 4 offensemen. He's going to be out until December 7th, so he's going to be coming back within the next next 2 weeks.
Much needed.
Yeah, huge. Justin Brazeau, who was the leading goal scorer and the kind of top person for Evgeny Malkin on the second line. He'll be back on December 3rd. It's going to be huge to put that second line back together. Noel Achari, he'll be back here. Looks like tomorrow he's scheduled to be back. But he's a key piece of the fourth line. Philip Hallander is going to be out until February. Koivunen, he's been day to day, but he skated full practice today. Brian Rust, he's day to day with he's just out with a sickness, but so he should be good to lace up tomorrow. So we have a lot of people that are out. The other lens that I look through is, are we good? Right? Do we have a good team? And it's like, we're young. We're a very young team. And when you have a very young team and then a lot of injuries as well, you have to really dig deep into the depths of this team. So a vast majority, we have like 3 or 4 people up right now from the AHL who are filling in for the people that are injured. A lot of these guys, this is their first 5, 6, 10 games in the NHL. So even though this has been a kind of downer of a month, I feel like we're going to get back to where we need to be. Our goaltending is some of the best in the NHL right now.
I want to ask you about a specific game on that.
Really quick. Let me finish. Our penalty kill and our power play are both among the top 3 in the NHL. So even though we've had October, we had a great October in November. Out of the 12 games we played so far, we have 2 wins, 4 losses, 3 overtime losses. And that's only 7 points right now. We have a 38% point percentage. So we're only getting 38% of the points that are on the table in November. Whereas with October, we had 75% of the points we captured. So what was the game that you wanted to talk about?
No, it wasn't the game. You mentioned goaltending.
Go ahead.
You felt as though, the goaltending was pretty good. I saw where the rookie, what's his name,
Sergei Mershov.
Yeah, he got roughed up a particular game.
I wouldn't say roughed up. If you look at the game, 90% of the shots he had on him shouldn't have even been shots on him. It's like the team gave up in front of him.
Okay.
And the coach even said that after during the press conference was, the vast majority of shots shouldn't have even reached him. Out of position, defense not taking care of their specific space and their because hockey's all about spacing, right? And you don't want, when people come into the zone, you don't want so much space between you and that person coming into the zone or anything like that. So, it was a tough game. The Pens, both Saturday, Friday and Saturday, was ugly. I'll say that was really ugly. And then Saturday during the coach's press conference, he came in absolutely fuming. And Kev, I know, after that game when I put it up, it was one of the most viewed videos for coaching press conferences we've had in some time because of that. So he talked about it not, the Pens not working to their standard, not playing to the level they should be, not capturing points when it's necessary, how every game's, kind of I don't want to say a must win, but a big deal right now.
Okay. I'm going to give you my 2 cents. And I actually think that the Penguins are so much better than last year. And at this point, just for the simple fact, even though we lost 7 in the last 10, 5 of those losses were only by 1 goal. Last year, they would have probably been by 4 or 5 goals. And that's where I love this, the youth of this team. And the goaltending, like you said, in the top 3. And, guys, come on. Nobody even – I just think – and it's not like 5-4 or 6-5. It's 2-3, 2-1. And the games that they have won in that same stretch, they've outshot their opponents. Like, I think one game was 6-1, 4-0. So
yeah, and it's that you made a really good point there. Is like our point differential has been positive. Coming into November, it was really high. We were actually among the top, and then unfortunately throughout this month, it's fallen down. But the one thing that has been difficult to watch is giving up those games.
Right.
Is when we're going into the third period with a 3-0 lead, and then Toronto comes back and scores 4 in the third period. Those are the games that you're like, we can't finish out games right now. Or when we have, against the Minnesota Wild, and then against
New Jersey?
Oh goodness, who did we just play on Saturday? Not at Seattle Kraken.
The Kraken,
yeah. We had so many scoring opportunities, like high danger right around the net. So many scoring opportunities, and they were missing the net, right? So, it was 6 of the 12 opportunities missed the net, and you're 3 feet away from the net. How are we missing these opportunities? So it was.
But as these pieces come back,
yeah, it was details, and as these pieces come back, I think we'll. You'll see players start going back to where they're supposed to be playing, right? Ricard Raquel will go back on the top line with Sidney Crosby, so Ben Kindle will start plugging into the third line. You'll see Tommy Novak, who's playing, up on the second line, or Kevin Hayes, who's filling in, will hopefully go to the bench, and then you'll have Justin Brazeau fill in. Those kind of pieces who were top performers at the beginning of the year,
right,
now will come back. Absolutely. So that's kind of where I'm at, is we really have to get one. I think right now we have to get a win, right? We're 0
and who was our top goal scorer last year?
I mean, it was Brian Rust had 30, but Sid had I don't know how many he had last year, but I believe he was our top goal scorer.
And
Rickard Raquel was one of the top. Yeah, he's top 3.
And he hasn't even played yet, right?
Nah, he played a little bit in October and then broke his hand.
Just think when he comes back, though. I mean, it's
he's one of the top goal scorers.
And aren't we glad we did not trade him?
Yeah.
So the question was, what's the problem? So you're saying injuries?
It's a mix of injuries and, our depth right now, they're just young, right? We don't have, which is a good problem to have.
So if you have injuries and you have depth problems, you're going to have problems.
Yeah,
well, like
absolutely.
we got 3 people called up from
the AHL. Yeah, we had another one called up today, Tristan Braz, who he's going to be playing in his first NHL game tomorrow.
Okay.
So I'm
very optimistic.
I think these young guys, once we get them in, and they've gotten some hockey games under them, and you get some of these injuries back or injured guys back, you'll start seeing us, start to get back to where we were.
But like you said, finishing off games, man. That's where I think you'll see more of it.
Absolutely.
Is in the the veterans.
Yeah, and it's you still have like Sidney Crosby and Evgeny Malkin are playing out of their minds right now, and it's so fun to watch. But you can't have 38-year-old guys on the ice 25 minutes a game and expect to win.
Okay,
so better have the Hanson brothers out there.
Preview of the next game, Pens versus Sabres.
Yeah, Pens versus Sabres. Obviously, we just talked about the Pens. They are 10-6-5 on the season. Buffalo's 9-9-4. A few players to watch. Tage Thompson from Buffalo. He is an absolute Penguin killer. He has 5 goals in the last 3 games. On a defensive side, Dahlin, he's another one. He can play. This matchup is always good. Buffalo's not a team that is expected to be competitive on a year-to-year basis, but they typically have a lot of young guys that are coming into the league and trying to make a name for themselves. So this is a game that we need to take advantage of and win. Their goaltender, they have 2 goaltenders, Alex Lyon and Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. That is his name, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen. But not sure which one's playing yet. They don't announce until a couple hours before the game. And then on our end, Artur Shilovs and I know Tristan Jarry's still out right now. He's day-to-day, but it looks like probably Artur Shilovs will go. And to go back to what you were talking about, he's the goalie that really got smoked that day. So I'm hoping that he gets a game in to get his confidence back because he's a dang good goalie.
Excellent. All right, so we're coming up on our second break of the day. When we come back, we will finally get to breaking down the schedules for both teams, the Baltimore Ravens, who took over first place in the AFC North, and our Pittsburgh Steelers. Can the Steelers get that AFC North first place slot back? We'll go through both of the team schedules, as well as we'll talk Pittsburgh Steelers versus the Buffalo Bills. Can the Steelers bounce back after absorbing a loss in Chicago this past weekend? So we'll do all of that and more when we return.
Looking for a cost-effective way to help increase your company's bottom line? Look no further than Soul Pit Media. With our award-winning print, internet, podcast, and Soul Pit television options, we can help your business get to that next level. For more information, contact Craig Dawson at 412-407-7685. That's 412-407-7685. And let Soul Pit Media take you to that next level.
Business owners thinking about back-to-school promotions and replacing summer flavors with pumpkin? What about your taxes? Reduce your stress and tax liabilities by planning for tax time now with Cameron Professional Services Group. CPSG takes your goals, values, and visions to create a custom tax plan catered specifically to your business. We work closely with you to ensure that as your business grows and goals shift, so will your custom plan. Located in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, PA, CPSG is a CPA and consultant firm, providing services in accounting, auditing, tax planning and preparation, community development, and operational management. Call Cameron Professional Services Group today at 412-251-0607.
Have you had the Beat by Niche experience? Beat by Niche is one of the top makeup artists in the city of Pittsburgh. She's touched the face of Cardi B, Love and Hip Hop personalities, and various Steeler wives. If you have not sat in her chair, what are you waiting for? Visit beatbyniche.com to schedule your special makeover for all occasions: weddings, graduations, proms, photo ops, and more. Visit beatbyniche.com and experience the touch of excellence.
They see you and see a thug, yeah, yeah. I see you and see my love, yeah, yeah. You're all up there running scared, yeah, yeah. With me, I'm running to you in my fears, yeah, yeah.
All right, we are back. This is Pittsburgh's DSEN. This is Soul Take on Pittsburgh's DSEN. Let me restate that. You okay over there, JT?
Yeah.
Okay, I want to make sure you're good. My name is Kevin Cameron. Just spoke to JT and Ken Craig over there as well. We are having fun. Time flies when you do have fun. And what we need to do, what we need to queue up, we need to queue up 2 6 and 5 teams to schedule. Okay? 6 and 5 teams, they got their different ways. Baltimore, fellas, I believe at one time was 1 and 5.
Yep.
And
Bottom of the AFC North
bottom of the AFC North.
at one time.
And they rose up. But they had good reasons for being at the bottom of the AFC North. I guess they had good reason with Lamar Jackson being out. But he's back, and they were able to win, I think, a couple games while he was out, which was important. Okay. If I'm not mistaken, they won 2. Okay. How many weeks did he miss? You know, JT offhand?
Who's that?
Lamar Jackson. How many weeks did he miss?
I think it was 4 weeks.
Okay.
He missed. But Lamar Jackson is not. To me right now, I don't understand how Baltimore is doing it, because to me, Baltimore is not a good team at all.
Okay. Well, that kind of
Lamar Jackson.
That kind of
has 70 yards rushing since he's been back in combined games.
Okay.
So I think Pittsburgh is going to get back to where the top dog.
Okay. Well, don't get ahead of yourself now, JT. We need to go through this exercise. So what I'm going to do? Go ahead, Ken.
Can I name their last 5 just so we have?
Yep. Go ahead.
Just so we have it. So their last game this past week was against the Jets. Then they played the Browns before that. Then the Vikings, and the Dolphins, and the Bears. Those are the last 5. They won them all. Just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and I think I do remember looking at that as well. So what we'll do, everyone, we're going to get off your screen, but you'll still hear our voice for those of you that are on YouTube. For those of you on the radio stream, we'll provide the information as much as possible so you could get a visual, and, we'll just give you what you need. So we'll take care of both groups here. So I just transitioned over the schedules for both Baltimore and Pittsburgh. And we'll go by week. And what I'll do, I'll start off. As I indicated, both teams are 6 and 5. So the group, or I should say that the first person is me, then Ken and JT. So we'll go in that particular order. Down below, you'll see the current win losses, 6 and 5, and then you'll see what we predict. Okay, and then you'll see the total predicted at the end of the season. So I'm going to go first. And for this week, and we could do the preview afterwards regarding this particular game as well. Okay. So what I have for what I have for Pittsburgh this week against Buffalo, I have L. I think we're going to lose to Buffalo. Ken?
L.
JT?
I think we're going to beat Buffalo. Buffalo is not that good either.
Okay. So for those of you that are watching, as we put these picks in, you should see the numbers, and I'm going to do the highlighter over the area. So the wins and losses will go up and down based on the way we make the picks here. So we are moving on. No, we need to do Baltimore for this week. Going up against Cincinnati, I have Baltimore winning that game.
Yeah, I'll take a win as well.
You'll take a win?
Mm-hmm.
JT?
Joe Burrow's back.
He might be. Is that a Thursday game? That's Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Thanksgiving night.
Thanksgiving night.
And like I said.
But it's in Baltimore, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, it is in Baltimore.
Yeah.
But you know what? I think that Cincinnati will, if Joe Burrow is back, even if Joe Flacco's playing,
okay,
I think Cincinnati will score more points than Baltimore. So I think I'm taking Cincinnati.
Okay. See, I think if Flacco plays, Baltimore knows Flacco too well. I think they would handle Flacco. But nonetheless, I have them Baltimore as winning. Ken has them winning. And JT, you say Baltimore is going to lose. Right? Yep. So we move on to the next week. And we can knock this out because both teams play each other in Baltimore. I have the Steelers going to Baltimore and winning. Ken?
Yes, I have that as well. Or no, wait, Baltimore and Pittsburgh you're talking about?
Yes,
yeah.
Baltimore.
I was like, wait a second here. I actually have Baltimore winning that game.
Pittsburgh.
To make it. Yeah,
Pittsburgh.
Oh, JT is what do you call bullish? He's on the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right. So I can take those same. I'll just have to reverse them. On the Baltimore side, I have Baltimore losing. Ken has them winning, and JT has them losing. Okay? All right, and you all could watch the screen up here too. If I make a mistake, that's a little delay. But if I make a mistake, please help a brother out.
I got you.
All right. So moving on to week 15, December 15th, the Pittsburgh Steelers play Miami, and I'm going with the win for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Ken and JT. And this is at home, and this is a Monday night game, if I'm not... Yeah, Monday night game.
Yep, I'm taking a dub for the Steelers. Dub means win.
Without a doubt.
Okay, great. And then Baltimore that same week is at Cincinnati.
Yeah.
I'm saying Baltimore get them again. Okay, so I'm giving a win to Baltimore. Ken?
Yeah, I'm going to give a win to Baltimore here. And that would mean that they would be sweeping the Cincinnati Bengals.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh,
JT.
Baltimore is not that good of a team.
I know.
I hope you're right, JT.
And don't be surprised. Do not be surprised if Lamar Jackson's going out again.
I hope you're right. So you're saying they're going to lose again? So you got Baltimore losing the next 3 weeks.
Baltimore should have lost the last 2 weeks.
Oh, but just so I'm hearing you right, you have Baltimore losing the next 3 weeks.
I don't have Baltimore winning another game. I'm serious.
All right.
I'd
be so happy if that was...
We need to get Smoke and Jim and JT together.
Oh, I know. I'd be scared, actually.
All right.
That one before.
So moving on to what week is this? This is week. JT threw me. JT threw me way off.
Look, you think I'm crazy, man. Look, I'm telling
Okay.
you, Baltimore. Look, they lost, 5 in a row?
Okay.
Yeah.
So
They lost their hard games.
week
They were not
16, Sunday, December 25th. I'll be at that game as well, or 21st, excuse me, at Detroit. I'm saying the Steelers lose that game. Okay.
good. Yeah, I'm taking an L as well.
Okay. JT? Come on, man. Come on, man.
I tell you what, they've been playing some
In Detroit.
Detroit's been playing some disappointing ball.
Yeah,
On their
they got
defense.
lucky against the
in the
Giants.
dome. They got
Jameer
lucky against the Giants.
Jameer Gibbs had 700 yards.
I know
last
you
week.
had him. I remember seeing that.
They have skill all over the field.
Well, I'll tell you what.
And they're at home.
If we lose, I would say that would be the game that we lost.
So which way are you going, Mr. JT?
I'm going to go with the loss at Detroit. The Steelers.
All right, yep. Okay, Baltimore, that same weekend, that's a 1 p.m. game against New England, and I have Baltimore losing.
I have them losing.
Losing.
Of course, JT, right?
Of course. Yeah, look, when it's all said and done, you're going to be like, man.
Hey, man, I hope you're right.
I'm telling you.
All right, so we have, which the last 2 weeks are flex weeks, and the Steelers are at Cleveland, and this is week 17, December 28th. Okay, last game of 2025, and I have the Steelers winning.
This is against Cleveland. I have them winning as well.
It's in Cleveland, too.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't care where it's at.
All right. JT?
Come on, man.
All right, that's a win.
Steelers.
Okay. Moving on to Baltimore at Green Bay.
Loss.
I have a loss as well.
I have a loss also, so we all agree on that. And let me just double check my sheet here because I don't want to get anything wrong. Okay. The last game of the year, and again, we can make it easy because they play each other.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
taking Baltimore
Because
is
the Steelers
losing the last week. So Steelers win versus Baltimore that last
So we all have the Steelers winning.
I could see Baltimore winning that one just because we're going to have to rest our starters. You know what I'm saying?
So which way are you going, though?
I'm going with the Steelers, man.
Okay, so we all got the Steelers winning. And I have some AI results, too. I want to share with everyone,
Okay.
just to let you know. So
Man, AI, come on.
Baltimore
As
lose that last game.
as if.
Okay, so, and let me get these formulas right.
Oh, I forgot. That might be the missing link, though. I forgot about that.
What's that?
Okay,
T. Higgins being out.
okay.
Yeah, but Jamar Chase is back.
Yeah, Jamar
but
Chase
still,
is back.
if you have Jamar Chase and T. Higgins,
So do you want to change a pick?
no.
Okay, just make sure. All right, so what we have, everybody should see on the screen. If you're on the radio side, here's our predictions for the next 6 weeks. I have the Pittsburgh Steelers going 4-2. Ken has the Pittsburgh Steelers going 3-3. And JT has the Steelers going 5-1.
Wow.
5-1.
I would be so happy.
All right. And I have the reverse for Baltimore. I have Baltimore going 2-4. I think what happened to the Steelers will happen to Baltimore. What happened to the Steelers last year is going to happen to Baltimore, losing a lot of their games late. When you take a look at the schedule, I think their last 3 games are really tough. New England, Green Bay, and Pittsburgh, as we went over it.
Mhm.
Ken, you had them 3-3, and JT, no mercy. You had them losing the next 6.
I mean, if that Joe Burrow comes back,
Yeah.
Baltimore is not going to score with Cincinnati.
Okay.
They're not good enough.
Okay. Before we get back on screen, let's talk about where they'll end up. I have the Steelers ending up 10-7. Ken has the Steelers 9-8. Okay. JT has the Steelers 11-6. And so it's reversed for Baltimore. I have Baltimore 8-9. Ken has Baltimore 9-8, and JT has Baltimore 6-11. Now, let's under my scenario and JT's scenario, the Steelers win the AFC North. Okay. Under Ken's scenario, it's going to come down to a tiebreaker, right? It's going to come down to a tiebreaker if they both end up 9-8. And Ken, based on what you said, you have them splitting, right? You have them splitting. Pittsburgh and Baltimore splitting. So I'm trying to see
but I would think that the Ravens would actually win the division because I have the Ravens winning 3 division games versus the Steelers 2 division games, and they're already up.
No. The Steelers beat Cincinnati and Cleveland already. And then they'll beat Baltimore. Yeah.
We lost to Cincinnati.
Yeah, we lost one. We split with Cincinnati. So we got one win against Cincinnati and one against Cleveland.
No, I'm talking out of these predictions.
Right.
You talking about the last 6 games?
Yeah, moving forward, because we're down 1 in the division already.
But you can't do that because Baltimore played one more. That's why they're in first place now.
Okay.
Because they want one more divisional game than the Steelers because the Steelers – well, no, the Steelers
they're
played 3.
2-0, and we're 2-1.
Okay, so you have them winning based on the number of wins in the division.
That's how I based it on, yeah.
Okay,
it's
well, that would be the case. That would be the case unless the Steelers make it up over the last 6 games. And looking at what you have the Steelers doing, you have them winning against Cleveland and Baltimore. So that would take their divisional record to
4-1.
4-1.
And the Ravens would be 5.
No, it has to be 6 games. So what game are we missing? Yeah. So Cleveland.
Oh, I'm sorry. It would be 4-2 because they lose to Baltimore.
Right.
And
then Baltimore will have 2 losses, losing us at the end of the year.
Right, but they would have more wins.
Oh, we're
both 9-8. Look at the screen, both 9-8 for you.
The division wins, right?
They will both be 4-2. They will both be 4-2.
Okay, so Baltimore Ravens right now are 2-0.
Are they 2-0?
Yeah, in the division. So if I add 3 more wins to that, that's 5-0. And then you add the additional loss, so it's 5-1.
Okay, so you have them winning Cincinnati, Pittsburgh, the first game, Cincinnati again. Yeah. Okay, so
they'll be 5-1.
They'll have 1 divisional loss, is what you're saying, versus the Steelers will have 2.
Yes.
That's just like deja vu. Isn't this what they did to the Steelers last year with all the division games?
Yeah, but it wasn't as bad. It wasn't as bad this year, versus last year. All right. So, Ken, we hope your scenario
does not happen. I agree. I agree. This is a prediction. This is not what I want.
So we'll see who's more realistic with these picks.
Yeah, probably me.
Is it me at 10-7?
I think it's going to be me. You got to hit the raw side.
For the Steelers. Is it me at 10-7 for the Steelers? Ken, 9-8. JT, 11-6. The bullish guy. Okay. And then for Baltimore, I said 8-9. Ken said 9-8. And JT said 6-11.
But just to reiterate, you both would have them winning the division, Steelers winning the division.
Right.
I would have them second in the division, Ravens winning the division.
Well, I'll tell you what, if your scenario happens, I don't think the Steelers will make the playoffs.
There's a pretty good chance. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But I think what will happen is probably mine's and yours, Ken. Mine's for the Steelers, 10-7. Yours for Baltimore 9-8, because I don't envision, even though I have the Ravens 8-9, I could see them going 9-8.
Yeah, and I could see them going, 7-9. I could see Cincinnati coming out and winning. Yeah, sure. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. But I could see them coming out and losing a game to Cincinnati. I could see it could happen, and So we're in a
Listen, man. Sanders had them on their heels.
Yeah, and it's one of those. We're in a very tight division, and I don't think there's a team that's standing out yet. Right, the only teams that are standing out is Cleveland, and it's for the wrong reasons. Right, and so I feel like there's no team that's really, really standing out on a consistent basis. Right?
All right.
Because right now the Steelers aren't consistent, and right now the Browns are not consistent. And you're right. Lamar Jackson is still like not 100% healthy. One more thing
he's
goes
dealing
wrong.
with some type of turf toe.
Yeah, one more thing goes wrong, he could be out, and Tyler Huntley takes him to the ship.
The sinking ship.
Yeah, hopefully the sinking ship.
I just wanted to make sure you didn't say something else.
Titanic.
You said that so fast.
Ship.
What was Titanic hit?
All right. So let me make sure we don't have any phone calls out here, but we need to get moving with talking about the preview of the Steelers' next game against Buffalo. Go
ahead.
ahead.
I say one thing really quick? I just want to congratulate the New York Giants for being the first team eliminated from the playoffs this year.
Wow.
We're that early. It's that late in the season.
That's crazy. Before Thanksgiving.
Wait a minute. There's no way in the world they beat the to be getting eliminated. The Raiders.
They're 2-10,
right?
And they are eliminated from the playoffs already.
And that's one thing too. That's real quick.
2-9.
Real quick. Around the NFL, it's not on our agenda formally, but everybody, calm down with Shedeur Sanders. Calm down.
Why?
Calm down. The Browns beat the Ravens. Okay,
I saw perfection.
They beat the Raiders.
The Raiders, right? Thank you, Jay.
The Raiders.
He beat the Raiders. What are the Raiders?
2-9.
They're horrible.
What's Cleveland?
3-8. It was a matchup.
And Cleveland plays. Let me get my list for this week. Cleveland plays this week. Let me see here. They play San Fran at Cleveland.
Home. Yeah.
At Cleveland, which should help, but I think it would be more of a gauge for Mr. Shedeur Sanders this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can see that happening, but at the same time, this will be a good gauge for the San Francisco 49ers too.
And let me say something else.
Go ahead.
Because we talked about this during the post-game show. That dude, Myles Garrett, who is he killing it?
Is it okay for us Steeler fans and us in the media to actually say that this year Myles Garrett is having a better season than TJ Watt?
By far.
Okay.
By far.
And I agree with that. And I think it would be silly to say otherwise.
Well, I believe that Cleveland's whole defensive line is playing better than the Pittsburgh Steelers line, which is
probably so. But the argument has always been Myles Garrett, TJ Watt. Right now, Myles Garrett is definitely the best player as it is right now.
And how much older is TJ Watt?
Yeah, but still, this is my first time saying it, right? Previously, I was always saying TJ Watt up until this year. Now, this year is Myles Garrett. I'll also say something that I was right about, okay? And that's Baker Mayfield. I said earlier in the year, Baker Mayfield was not a top 10 quarterback. That's why you got to let things play out in the NFL.
He lost 3 starting receivers
and a running back.
Okay,
he lost his whole team, Kev.
But they all can say that, JT.
I'm sorry.
He's not a top 10 quarterback overall. I'm saying if you're picking, my point from the beginning was if you're picking quarterbacks right now in their prime, is he going to make the top 10? And I say no.
Right now,
and I say no.
Look, like I said, without injuries, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were scoring. They were putting points on the board.
I think he's a heck of a quarterback.
But you got 2 rookies starting at wide receiver now.
It doesn't matter.
You lost Mike Evans. You lost Chris Godwin. You lost
Irving.
Jeremy
McMillan.
Okay, so
Bucky Irving.
Yeah.
So my point is, you take somebody.
Didn't his center retire?
You take somebody like a Patrick Mahomes. He didn't have wide receivers all the time. He lost a lot. He lost a lot of his wide receivers as well.
Well, wait a minute. Didn't Patrick Mahomes just have like 2 of his last 3 games without a touchdown?
But you wouldn't pick.
But I'm just saying, am I right?
You wouldn't pick Baker Mayfield over Patrick Mahomes, is my point.
The only person that would pick Baker Mayfield over Patrick Mahomes is his mother and father. For real. And they might even take Patrick Mahomes.
So let's move
I'm just trying to tell you.
So just
Baker Mayfield was getting it done, though.
Baker and Patrick are tied for touchdowns right now.
Yeah, and I'm not saying he's not good because I think Baker's good.
So you mean to tell me there's 22 other quarterbacks out there better than him?
No, I'm not.
Wait,
He's saying
No.
10 other.
I said he's not in the top 10. So there's 10 quarterbacks better than him.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. I just read it wrong, but okay.
Okay. All right. So moving on. By the way, I'm glad you brought that stat up because I looked at that stat earlier today too, Ken. A lot of people don't realize another reason I said the Steelers would have won in Chicago this past week. Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers is in the top 5 in TD passes. A lot of people are sleeping that.
I wonder how many in the top 5 3-and-outs he has too. So
hey,
Matthew Stafford is leading the NFL right now with 30 touchdown passes.
Yeah, and the guy up in New England is doing pretty good too. He's
Drake May.
He's leading the league in passing yards. So
someone called him Drake May.
All right, so let's preview this game real quick. The Pittsburgh Steelers against Buffalo. Me and Ken, we had the Steelers losing this game, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to go back to what we picked. And JT, I think you have the Steelers winning this game.
Tell me, you tell me 3 people that's good on that team. I can name 2.
On what team?
Buffalo. Josh Allen and James Cook. Everybody else is so up and down. Their offensive line is terrible right now. Dalton Kincaid can't get on the field. He gets on the field, and he can't stay healthy. And Dalton Knox. I mean, he's
but the Steelers have a hard time covering tight ends.
I think
their tight ends are out. I mean, you got Dalton Knox.
Yeah,
so
I feel like we struggle with mobile quarterbacks as a whole, right? I think the only one that we're able to shut down is Lamar Jackson. With mobile quarterbacks,
we do fairly well, but go ahead.
I think there's a difference between a mobile quarterback and a quarterback that can run, right? Like Josh Allen is a quarterback that will run because he could still throw the ball all over the place, right?
Okay.
So I don't think we have anyone, I don't think our scheme is set up properly to make enough tackle for losses behind the line of scrimmage. I just don't think so. I think typically I would say Queen would be fantastic at it, but I feel like his tackling's been off anytime he gets behind the line of scrimmage.
A lot of people are down on Patrick Queen. I'm not. I think he's having a pretty good year.
But I think he's going to be spying him the whole.
I think he's going to be missing behind the line of scrimmage. I feel like Queen struggles a little bit when it's just one-on-one.
So you're talking about but Dupree used to do?
Yes,
he would always overplay it.
Always overplay it.
I agree.
And it's not easy to do. So I'm not bashing on him. Queen's he's the leader of this defense, and he's definitely he's a top tackler of this defense, right? But when he starts rushing, he often over pursues. And Josh Allen's someone that can get out of anything, right? So I think we're going to struggle.
And a lot of times he leaves his feet.
Yeah.
When he puts his hands like he's going to block a ball.
So I feel like we might struggle a little bit. They don't have big names at wide receiver, like JT was saying. Like Khalil Shakur might be the only one that we might struggle with.
Keon Coleman ain't nothing.
Yeah.
He had 3 games, I think, without catches.
But I just think we're going to struggle with it a little bit.
Yeah, well, just on your point, it's not Patrick Queen, but the Steelers do have 2 other linebackers in the top 15. So I just looked it up. Nick Herbig is tied for ninth with 10 tackles behind the line of scrimmage, and TJ Watt is number 13, tied for 13. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Patrick Queen, I can't say that I see his name as I scroll.
Well, he's more covering. He does more covering than blitzing. I mean, he doesn't blitz that much, but when he does, Ken, you're right.
Yeah, Peyton Wilson's in the top 10 for tackles, for solo tackles, that is. That's pretty good. I know that our last game, our safeties led the team in tackles, which is always a problem.
All right. So, again, I have the Steelers losing. I hope the Steelers win. And I'll take a look at the stats. The Bills offensively, they're really good. They're in the top 10. Matter of fact, they're in the top 5 in all categories but one, which is total passing, and they're number 9. So with Josh Allen.
I feared more Indianapolis coming in than I do Baltimore or Buffalo.
Okay. And James Cook is having a banner year. Number 2 in the NFL behind the Colts running back, Jonathan Taylor. So James Cook right now, 1,084 yards, average 5.4 yards per run, 8 TDs in 11 games. So in order for...
If you look at his numbers, James Cook's, a lot of them came in probably 3 or 4 games where he had like 160, 100. He'll have big splash plays.
Yeah.
Like he had a splash play of 65 yards.
He's someone that could
a threat.
Yeah,
every time he touches the ball.
Big plays, absolutely.
Yeah. So in order for the Steelers to win this game, and we say this a whole lot. I mean, they have to stop the run and pressure. Okay. They have to pressure Josh Allen. That's just the bottom line. They have to be able to keep him from running and get him down in the passing game. I think if they're able to do that, I think the Steelers have a chance, even though I do believe that the Steelers will lose. Now, from an injury standpoint, and for those of you watching and listening, I'm not sure what day I'm going over to the Steelers facility this week since it's Thanksgiving. But I'm going to try my best to get a practice report out Thursday or Friday. So stay tuned for the practice report. And what I'm about to tell you, I could hopefully update it a little bit more. 2 players so far that are out for this game that Mike Tomlin communicated at his press conference today. Broderick Jones, he's out with a neck. Derek Harmon, I was disappointed to see this. He's out with a knee. Aaron Rodgers, he pretty much said it's probable. Alex Highsmith, he's pretty much probable, but he'll probably get hurt again this week.
Well, if he brings the noise like he did when he came back the last time against, was it Indianapolis?
Just say something bad about him, JT.
Yeah.
Then his feelings will get hurt and he'll be on IR.
Joey Porter Jr. is probable with a hip. DK Metcalf, that roll into his ankle this past game really looked bad.
Yeah, it did. I was surprised he finished the game.
Yeah, so he's probable with the ankle, and Ben Skowronek is probable with the shoulder. So, like I said, hopefully.
I think the Broderick Jones, I didn't think I'd say this at the beginning of the year, but he hasn't been terrible as of late. And I don't think he's a shutdown lineman yet, but by all means,
he's a young guy.
He's been standing in there. I think we're going to feel that impact a little bit.
I think he might have grown up a little bit over the last couple games. Beginning of this season, he was getting he was getting manhandled.
And I think the fact that they've done those 13 personnel, 12 personnel, where you're shifting another man over there has helped him a lot.
Good point. So what we'll do, we'll take a quick break here. And when we come back, we'll squeeze in as much as possible because we need to talk Pitt Men's basketball, right? We need to talk Pitt football. Big game coming up against Miami. And do you have the rankings there? They release it.
It should be ready to go, but I will look them up.
Okay.
They should be Tuesdays.
Yeah, every Tuesdays. I heard that Pitt crawled themselves back into the college football ranking.
24.
Number 24. There you go. And what a big win, fellas, against.
But what does 24 get you, man? Get you, but
no,
I would say a decent, but I would say maybe a decent bowl game, but it don't even do that. Because every time you turn around, Pitt's either playing the.
There's only 25 teams I want to be on that list. That's all that matters.
Yeah, but I want to be on the list for the Hula Bowl as opposed to playing the Military Bowl in Maryland. You know
don't. We're going to talk about this next.
I'm just saying.
Okay, but I'm just saying, you don't count out the ACC championship game. Don't count out.
Well, because Miami is 13th right now.
Yeah.
That could be a big win.
Big win. Don't count out making the college football playoffs. Okay, because if Pitt wins the ACC, right? I think don't they automatically qualify for the college football playoffs? I thought that's the case. The ACC champion. I think there might be an out where they could forego that under certain conditions, but
because Florida State won the whole thing 2 years ago, they didn't make it.
But they changed it. It's a 12.
Wait, it says right here. Yes, the winner of the ACC championship game is guaranteed a spot in the college football playoff.
There you go.
If the team is among the 5 highest ranked conference champions.
Okay, so that's that out I was talking about. They do have an out. So it's possible that the Pitt football Panthers could still be in the college football playoffs, but
yeah, it's not an automatic bid. But if the team,
so can you explain that real quick?
Let's take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll cover it all, everything that we need to regarding Pitt football.
Pittsburgh, it's an old school party. Yes, each Saturday we throw it back with some of the best old school music, funk, R&B, old school, rap, hip hop, and all the jams that make you move and dance. Yes, check it out. Each Saturday, right here on Pittsburgh's DSEN, all the old school jams, 6 to 11 p.m.
Pittsburgh, have you seen our Sunday radio schedule? Ooh, it is lit. Start the day off with our Sunday gospel music from 7 a.m. to 3 p.m. It will inspire you and have you praising the Lord. Then from 3 to 8 p.m., we bring you Sunday jazz melody for all the jazz lovers. Then cap off the night with The Quiet Storm from 8 to 11 p.m. to hear the best smooth, romantic, and soulful R&B sounds of yesterday and today. All that each Sunday on Pittsburgh's DSEN, the place for soul.
All right, we are back. This is Soul Tape on Pittsburgh's DSEN. Time flies when you're having fun. I said that earlier, and time just continues to fly by. So we've been talking about a whole lot today. If you joined us late, all these shows are recorded. You could watch it on YouTube directly after the show. Ken stepped away for a minute. Ken Craig, you have JT that you see on your screen in green there. Happy Thanksgiving to everyone. If you didn't hear us say that earlier today, also come back tomorrow to YouTube. Really check us out every day if you can, because we have great content, a variety of content out there every day. Tomorrow, we have a faith show that will be their second show of the year. Coco with Jesus is from 7 to 8 p.m. You could get your inspiration regarding your faith. You could join the conversation as well. It is a fantastic show, as well as Saturday they put on your schedule travel, fun, and tips with my wife, Francine Cameron, Rita Gregory, and Michelle R. Downing. They'll be here from noon to 2 p.m. to talk all things travel. And if you're a subscriber of Pittsburgh's DSEN, you'll get more detailed information regarding what they'll be talking about. Okay, so what we need to do, the first thing is talk about this Pitt Men's basketball team.
Can I say one thing?
Losing 3 of the last 4.
Jeff Capel is aging so fast. That man looks old. He looks tired. He looks stressed. And, you know, Pitt's, they're in a conference where the transfer portal has just gone berserk. And you cannot get any kind of consistency when you got players transferring in the middle of the year. You got at the end of the year. You got a whole, excuse my language, but you got a whole team.
Watch it, JT.
I said dag, didn't I? But I said you have a whole team transferring using the transfer portal. So, I mean, unless you're that A1 guy that's getting A1 talent all year, every year, I feel for these guys, man, because, if you look at the guy, it's really taken his toll. I have not seen a coach age as fast as I've seen Capel age. And it's, like I said, and it's showing.
Okay. So they're 4-3 right now, and they haven't started the ACC schedule yet. They just lost to Quinnipac. Is that how you?
Quinnipac?
Quinnipac.
Okay.
Quinnipiac.
On Sunday, I think. Was that Sunday or Saturday?
At the Peterson.
Yeah, at home, right? At home. And I think it was 83-75. If someone could confirm that score for me, please. 83-75, I think it was. So if it were 83-75, that tells me that Pitt didn't play much defense. They play Ohio State coming up this Friday, so it doesn't get any easier. Was anybody able to find that score? Okay. While that is being looked up, what I would like to do, I mentioned this earlier regarding
83-75.
So that was correct. Yeah. Okay, great. All right. So again, they didn't play good defense. You got to play better defense, especially with a team like that, even though I think based on what I saw, Quinnipac is a pretty decent team, but you got to win that game. Okay. Let's go back to the Pittsburgh Steelers that we talked about earlier in the program, because we gave our predictions, and again, I'll go over them with everybody as well. Or can you put them in the chat? Our predictions over the next 6 games, 4-2 for the Steelers, 3-3 you, and 5-1 for JT.
Okay.
So that says that, and if you need me to give it to you again,
I will.
Okay. 4-2,
okay.
Me, 3-3 you, 5-1 JT.
All right, got it.
And it's reverse for Baltimore, with the exception of JT, who said they will go 0-6 over the next 6. Now, let me give you what AI predicted. I just happened to, it was funny when I decided for us to talk about this today, this popped up on my screen. Okay. And this is a story by someone that's called Kurt Papajoy, and he writes for the Steelers Wire. And the subject is, we asked AI to predict the Steelers' final 6 games, and here's what happened. So the first game against Buffalo, they said the Steelers will lose. That's 1 loss. Okay. Against Baltimore, they said the Steelers will lose. That's 2 losses. Against Miami, they said win. So that's 1-2. Against Detroit, they said lose. That's 1-3. Against Cleveland, it's a win. That's 2-3. And against Baltimore, they said win, 3-3. Right in line with what Ken had. They said the Steelers will end up 9-8 for the year. And that shouldn't be surprising to anyone as well. Mike Tomlin hasn't had a losing season since he's been the head coach for the Pittsburgh Steelers. But I'm hoping that the Steelers could do 1 game better, because I have them at 10-7 again. Okay? So, hey, Ken, AI agrees with you from a Pittsburgh Steelers standpoint.
It's the rational side.
So we'll see what happens. All right.
Emotion.
So we talked about Pitt men's basketball. And now what we need to do, we need to talk NBA as well before we get back into the NFL. And in the NBA, this team is incredible. When you start talking about started from the bottom,
Oklahoma.
No, not Oklahoma. Okay, you need to go north. And this is a team that used to break records in the other way. And I'm talking about the Detroit Pistons. The Detroit Pistons are 15-2, and they're leading the Eastern Conference, and they have a 13-game winning streak. 13-game winning streak. Okay?
Yeah, but wasn't Cleveland like that last year?
They were.
Didn't go nowhere.
Hey, but when you're Detroit, you take it because for so many years, they were the worst team in the NBA. I think they were.
I remember they started out 0-16 or something.
Yeah. So now
good for Detroit sports all around.
Yeah.
You got the Lions who went through, the hard times of the Barry Sanders era, and then the Megatron era, and then you bounce back and have this team now, and then you have the Detroit Tigers, and it's a good city for sports right now. Good for them. They're on their way back.
You know what's crazy is I heard some stat not too long ago is they said either team, except for the Red Wings, you could have got a season ticket for the Detroit Pistons or the Detroit Lions, and it would be worth 30 times what it's worth now.
Mm-hmm.
And that's only 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago.
I just think if the Pirates would start winning. Right.
So we'll see what happens during the offseason for our Pittsburgh Pirates. So just taking a look at what's going down, what else is going down in the NBA. Toronto is having a pretty good year at 13-5, and Miami 12-6. And you mentioned Cleveland. They're playing winning basketball at 12-7. And I have the Knicks winning it all in the East. Okay. They're 10-6 right now. And let me see. Going over to the West, I didn't think anyone was hotter than Detroit. But you mentioned Oklahoma earlier, right?
OKC, yeah.
Oklahoma 17-1.
Yeah.
The reigning
champions,
NBA champions, are 17-1. That's scary. And then you have Denver 13-4. And LeBron is back, everybody. LeBron James is back. And the Los Angeles Lakers are 12-4. Take that, JT.
Take what?
They're doing things this year. The Lakers.
I think most of those wins came without him, if I'm not mistaken.
You're right.
Okay.
But they could only get better with LeBron James.
I don't think so.
Houston is playing good ball at 11-4, and San Antonio playing good ball at 11-5, and I think Wembley is out for.
Rick Mignogna.
Yeah, I think he's out for a time period. So those are just some of the main items going down in the NBA. I forget what his issue is.
Knees.
Games tonight. Atlanta at Washington. That game should be going on now. It started at 7 p.m. Orlando at Philadelphia. That's an 8 p.m. game. And the LA teams are playing each other. That should be good. The Clippers versus the Lakers. That game is going down at 11 p.m. And the Clippers aren't having a good year. They are 5-12. All right, so 7:48, fellas, we have 12 minutes. Let's talk about this Pitt football team for about 5 minutes, and we'll save the last 5 minutes for the NFL picks. There's a new leader for our NFL picks.
I see this.
Yeah, but we won't talk about it yet.
We sure aren't.
We won't. Yeah, Pitt football. There's a Pitt football game here in the Steel City for Saturday at noon versus Miami, the number 13th ranked Miami Hurricanes are coming to town. When I took a look at that, Ken, I was surprised to see Miami, if I'm not, if I'm correct. They have 2 losses, don't they?
Yes, 9-2.
Okay.
They're 5-2 in the ACC.
Yeah. But they're still ranked number 13.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and we Pitt
strength
Pitt
of
is
schedule.
Pitt is 6-1 in the ACC.
right. And actually the second team in the ACC, and I think Virginia is the number 1 team in the ACC right now, correct?
I couldn't answer that.
Yeah, let me grab my list real quick here. In the ACC,
Virginia, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
Virginia is 9-2 overall.
They're 17th.
And 6-1. They're 17, so they moved up from 19.
Mm-hmm.
And Pitt is number 24, you said?
Yes.
Okay. So right now there's a 3-way tie for the ACC first place. Virginia 6-1, Pitt 6-1, and SMU 6-1.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I guess Miami still has an outside shot if they beat Pitt. And
Virginia loses.
I'm not sure how the tiebreakers go, so I'm not gonna try to explain the tiebreakers.
I would probably just say look at the rankings right now because
rankings has nothing to do when it comes to conference stuff.
So
I'm just saying.
For conference, I have no idea, but how they'll do for the conference champions, the CFP selects the 5 highest ranked conference champions. So this goes back to your question about the making it to the college football playoffs. So if the ACC champion is ranked lower than any other conference champions or ranked lower than all the other conference champions, they would be excluded. So as long as they're within a top 5 conference champion, then they get a bid to go to the playoff.
Say that again.
Okay,
because that was a mouthful.
Yeah, it is. It's I'm reading it. So, so the winner of the ACC championship game they can earn an automatic bid, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
The bid is not automatic in the sense that the team is guaranteed a spot regardless of rank.
Mm-hmm.
The CFP selects the 5 highest ranked conference champions. So if the ACC champion is ranked lower than the other conference champions, they would be excluded.
So if James Madison, just say for instance, James Madison won their conference, but and they had so if they're, I'm just saying, explain it to somebody out there that might. So if James Madison is ranked 25th, even though they have a lower, better record than Pitt.
Mm-hmm.
Pitt is still ranked higher than them.
Sure.
So they would get the bid before James Madison would.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And it's all conferences? It's all conferences involved? Or is it
that's what I'm unsure about.
Yeah, I think so. I don't think it matters anyway, because if you're ranked, that's where it comes in. You'll have to be pretty good to be ranked. Okay. So to try to simplify it again, with all the conferences, even if it's the Patriot League, if that's what it's still called, I'm not sure, where Robert Morris plays. Is it still a Patriot League? Whatever league they're in.
Yeah,
if Robert Morris just happened to be ranked, or Duquesne, if they were ranked number 21 and Pitt was ranked number 24 and won the ACC, okay.
Robert Morris would get it.
Robert Morris or Duquesne would get it because they're ranked higher. So hopefully everyone explains that. The bottom line is Pitt still has an opportunity to win the ACC and to get into the college football playoffs. I'm going to go out on a limb and say Pitt won't win the ACC and they won't get into the college football playoffs. And I hate to say that. I'm a Pitt alum. I would love to see it happen, but based on my understanding, even if Pitt wins this Saturday, there are some other things that need to happen in order for them to have an opportunity to get into the title game. Then they have to win, and then they need to be ranked lower, as we just talked about. So I just think too many things need to happen.
Yeah, and when you're talking about the highest ranked, and this goes back to the CFP as a whole, I think they have very little shot. Georgia Tech, even though even though Pitt beat them, they're still ranked ahead. They're ranked 23 right now. SMU, which was not ranked last week, they now moved into the rankings at 25.
Yep.
And they're and I'm only talking about ACC.
And we have Kurt on the line too, but go ahead.
Yeah, only talking about ACC.
SMU play this week?
I don't know.
No.
Can you look at
it? Were you done, Ken?
Go ahead. Lost track there, guys. Sorry. Go ahead.
Okay. All right. Hey, Ken, what's going on, my man?
Kurt. What's up, Kurt?
Well, I guess like the rest of Pittsburgh Nation, recovering from this terrible loss.
Yeah, I'm with you, buddy.
And I know it's towards the end of the show. I'm sorry for calling so late, but I just wanted to clear the air real quick on something I've been hearing a lot in Pittsburgh, and I'm tired of hearing about George Pickens. I'm tired of hearing about what he's doing in Dallas.
Yeah, me too.
I'm tired of hearing the national media, like people like Kay Adams, saying it's one of the worst trades of all time. Let me just make this one argument and point clear about that trade.
Can't be anything that she said wrong. Just can't.
Right,
I'm just messing around, Kurt.
Right. But Dallas didn't win that trade, fellas. Let me explain why.
Okay.
You got a third-round pick. That's a player for 4 years. Okay. They got George Pickens on a 1-year rental. All right. This team, Dallas, they are not in the division lead. Okay. They were never in the division lead, and if they were, it was for a game or two. The Steelers have held their own. Despite obviously losing the first place in the division, they've been in it without George Pickens. Now, don't get me wrong. I would love to have that number 2 guy back, but that's not worth talking about. He's not here. It's in the past. But if we really want to talk about who won that argument, the Steelers won that argument. They got a 4-year player coming to them in the likes of the third round. And George Pickens is going to go to the highest bidder come free agency. I mean, that's just the way it's going to go. So Dallas got a 1-year rental.
I believe Dallas will re-sign him.
I thought they could pull a Cincinnati Bengals, but I don't see it. I don't see how you pay George Pickens more than CeeDee Lamb.
Put the franchise tag on him.
You definitely could. That's smart. I think you definitely could. But
no, it wouldn't be smart. It would not be. It'd be a catastrophe.
But Jerry Jones isn't that brilliant anyway. But so
no, he's not. No, great point, and he's not. But this loss hurts because for a lot of reasons. But I think the 3 main things about this loss was, number one, had we won this game, that's the 3rd division leader that we would have defeated. Remember now,
right?
The Patriots, we beat them. And the other division leader, it's slipping me right now, and I don't know how.
Indianapolis.
The Colts. Thank you. So I was looking forward to that because at that point I thought, okay, 7-4, you're a game ahead of Baltimore. You just beat another division-leading team. It's time to start talking about the Steelers again. That didn't happen. The game was, just back and forth in the way that I did not enjoy. I thought the time management was terrible, especially when you consider our ground game. Almost 200 yards on the ground, if not 200 yards on the ground.
186.
And I find it hard to believe that we couldn't pull a win out with those type of yards. But again, that falls on the time management. The other issue I have with this game, aside from losing the division or losing first place in division, I just didn't see it. Like, I didn't see there were so many small things and mistakes that were happening in that game. The opportunity to kick a 64-yard field goal is my main gripe. I just don't understand why we punt the ball. Give Boswell a chance to tie the game up.
Let me stop you there real quick, and I'll let you resume. I don't think a 64-yard field goal would have been prudent. I was at the game. It's called the Windy City for a reason. It was windy. I'm not sure if they mentioned it during the sports broadcast, but
it was beautiful outside, Kev. It was sunny.
It's windy. Lake Erie is right there.
I lived there. I worked there. I know. Believe me, I know.
Don't let Ken mess you up. Lake Michigan, everybody. But, 64 would have been tough there, Kurt. Real tough. I would have gave Boswell probably, to be honest, a 15% chance to make it.
Well, 15% is better than 1.5%, so I would have gave him the chance.
But go ahead, Kurt.
Yeah, you know what? That's a valid point. I mean, it slips my mind that is the Windy City So definitely, I'll get on that, and I agree to that. My final issue here is, can't we pass the ball over the middle?
No.
What is Arthur Smith? They had nothing going on at linebacker. I think somebody's joked about putting a helmet on Singletary because he was in attendance and having him come out there and play linebacker.
Yeah.
If you have that type of issue on your team, imagine now if none of our starting inside linebackers. It seems to me that every team likes to throw across the middle against the Steelers, utilizes their tight ends against the Steelers, except the Steelers just can't seem to do that against other teams. And it's extremely frustrating week to week to see that the statistics and the numbers don't lie. I mean, they just don't throw across the middle. And I'm tired of living in our fears.
Wouldn't you think, with all their linebackers out, that they would throw the ball over the middle?
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't you think that?
Attack their weakness, yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I have a study here written in front of me, and it goes over the passes, and it breaks it up over the course of this season, and it breaks it up by passes along the sidelines, passes inside the hash to the sidelines, and then passes in the middle of the field. So far this season, we have 30 passes in the middle of the field.
I wonder how that ranks versus other teams.
Yeah, that's a big study to do, but 30 passes compared to outside, we're like at a 80 to 85 on each side of the field.
And that's where first downs are picked up.
Right. So good points, Kurt. And it's 8:00. So what we're going to do, we're going to get our picks in. So we're going to go overtime for that. But before we let you go, Kurt, did you see the exercise we did for the last 6 games?
No, I did not.
Okay. So if you have a chance, you can go back and listen to the recording. But we went through the Steelers' last 6 games and the Ravens' last 6 games, and we made predictions as far as where we believe that the teams will end up.
And Kurt, this is JT, and I said 5-1, and I'm going to stick with it.
He's real bullish on the Steelers.
Kurt, I don't know if you listened earlier.
Bears
Buffalo's
on
not a good team, and Baltimore's not a good team. I'm sorry. They're just not. They're lucky.
Wow.
Well, I think 4-2.
Okay. That's what I said too, Kurt. I said 4-2, and Ken said 3-3.
Yeah.
So, and then I pulled up an AI article, and AI said 3-3 as well. So we'll see what happens. We're going to let you go, Kurt.
Does AI
have a very happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah, Kurt. Thank you for always chiming in and always giving in your points.
Thank you, Kurt. Have a great holiday.
Okay.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody.
All right. Bye. All right. I'm glad we were able to get Kurt in, and Ms. Worth going overtime to get.
Man, Kurt rocks with us, dude.
Yeah, big time. We appreciate it. Much appreciated. So yeah, can you show us a picture? Thanksgiving Day?
Yeah. I forget what year this was, but
Big Ben?
It was a throwback to Big Ben.
Ooh. The Killer Bees.
Yeah, Big Ben, Antonio Brown, and Le'Veon Bell eating turkey after a win against the Colts on Thanksgiving Day.
Wow. I hate to say Antonio Brown, he might not get that type of meal anytime soon.
No, but
that might be turkey, but it might be lunch meat.
Is it too loud?
Yeah, I couldn't hear Kurt whenever he called in. So, but just a little bit.
Okay.
Perfect.
A little adjustment because we got to get these picks in.
Yes, we do. And, I just want to talk real quick. We have here at Pittsburgh's DSEN, we have this game, and we play this game every week and we make our picks, and it might just sound fun, but there's some competition behind this.
That's good.
All right.
As long as you do your picks.
Yeah.
It's good. Let's go.
And there's some competition behind this.
Yeah.
And I'm glad, we're going to have some spinoffs of this, right? Now
Way to keep people engaged.
Yes. The college football brackets are coming out. The college basketball brackets are going to be coming out soon. So we're expanding off of this because we're getting some people like Tracy took the lead last week and then quickly gave it up. Should we create a rule? Only one person in the household. Yeah.
Hey, but I just looked real quick, and I just want to I just looked real quick at all the conference leaders.
Okay.
And even if Pitt wins, I'm seeing, I think the school you were talking about there was Tulane, but
Okay.
and they're ranked 22nd. So there's a lot of conferences.
But Pitt can that's overtakeable.
Yeah, but but there's a lot of players. I mean, there's a lot of teams that are already basically won their conference.
Yeah, but if Pitt beats Miami, they better be higher than 22nd. They better be in the top 20.
Right. So, so yes, we're going to go back here to the Pigskin Pick'em, where, beginning of the year, it was really JT, myself, and Kevin that were running the show here. And since then, we've been taken over by a few viewers and some listeners and some very close friends of the show. Tracy, again, congratulations for your work last week and taking over the number 1 spot. And you had a great follow-up to that, even had a 100-point week. But somehow...
I think they might be hedging.
You're now randomly tied with each other.
Yeah, I think they might be hedging in the McCormick household. We need an investigation.
Yes, we do. Some collusion.
You got a name for the investigation?
Oh, without a doubt.
We need to come up with a name.
Pigskin Gate.
Maybe I know what we need to do. I know we need to have the McCormicks come in here 1 week.
And pick
in front of us.
And pull one in the room.
That's right.
They pick, and then you put them back in the room.
Exactly.
So they don't hear each other.
Exactly. No, I mean, they can be here together, but they need to.
No. I want them separate.
See, the thing about it is they could plan at home. And then, so it's not going to matter having them in 2 separate rooms.
Yeah, it will.
Okay.
I don't want any collusion at all.
Because you know how you play poker games and people cheat in poker and how they give hand signals.
But when you have 2 criminals, when you have 2 criminals, right? You separate them immediately, and that way you get the real story out of one of them.
All right. So so we just need to we kept them engaged now. So let's do our thing and get them out the way.
And congratulations to Ralph McCormick, who now is tied with Tracy McCormick at the number 1 spot. And now in the 3rd spot is Bobby Cameron.
Yeah, and then
bumped Kevin and I down to 4th.
Yeah, and I just got a text from Bobby Cameron talk about. I'm not sure if this is true, but he says the Windy City is not known for the weather in Chicago. It's more associated with the people that live there.
I don't know what
the crime rate.
I don't know what that means, Bobby.
Yeah,
it's the crime rate.
I never heard that before.
Yeah,
but it is windy. It's off the lake.
Yeah, it's off Lake Erie.
Well, he kicks it. I mean, whatever you want to go.
It's not off Lake Erie. That's an inside joke for anyone who watches this show.
You got more, Ken, or
no? That's it. You guys, you guys have interrupted me enough.
I know, right? This turkey week we need to get on. So let me see if I could get this moving. And again, everyone, this will be our week 13 NFL picks. I think Ralph McCormick has me by 3. You by how many?
I don't know.
Okay.
We're tied. That's all I know.
But I think he has a 1-game lead over the next person, which is his wife, Tracy. And then I think you said Bobby. Mm-hmm. Okay. So here we go. Week 13 NFL picks. We have Green Bay visiting Detroit. I like Detroit.
I'm taking Detroit.
Kansas City travels to Dallas. That's a 4:30 game on Thanksgiving.
And I'm taking Kansas City.
I'm taking Kansas City as well.
I'm picking the upset Dallas.
Okay. Cincinnati travels to Baltimore. This is one good game, fellas. The Steelers will go into Sunday's game at 1 p.m. here in Pittsburgh. No, I'm sorry. That's a 4:25 game for Pittsburgh against the Bills. So they'll know if they have a chance to overtake Baltimore again for first place in the AFC North. So who do you like? Cincinnati, Baltimore.
Yeah.
I'm going with Baltimore.
I've already took Baltimore. Yep.
I'm going Cincinnati.
And JT's going Cincinnati. Okay, Chicago. This is a Black Friday game. Friday evening afternoon, I should say, 3 p.m. I love these games. This lets you know that The holiday season is in. Chicago at Philly.
Friday and Saturday games used to snow like crazy.
Yes, I'm taking Philadelphia.
I'm taking Philly too.
Philly.
San Fran traveling to Cleveland to visit. It was announced already. Shedeur Sanders will be the starting quarterback. JT, you looking?
Yeah, I'm going with
Is this what he does?
Yeah,
San Fran.
Yeah, San Francisco. Yeah, he says, look at my watch.
Yeah. What time is it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going San Fran.
San Fran.
Brother owes $2 million.
Jacksonville at Tennessee.
Oh, I got to take Jacksonville.
Jacksonville.
Yeah.
Jacksonville.
All right, Houston at Indy. Indy has been slipping as of late.
8-3. They slipped to a really good team. Yeah, this is a tough. Houston.
They should have won that game.
Their defense. Yeah, Houston's defense is serious, and they are 6-5. I'm going to take Indianapolis here, but I feel an upset right here.
I'm going with Houston.
I'm going with the Colts.
All right, New Orleans at Miami. Do we have to pick this one?
Yeah.
Miami's been playing better as of late, though.
Sure. No, I got to go Miami. I mean,
at home, I'm going Miami. What you got, JT?
I'm going Miami.
All right, Atlanta at the New York Jets.
Atlanta really needs this win. Like, they have to get a win here. I have to take them.
It depends on what Kirk Cousins is showing up, but who you going with?
I'm going with Atlanta. I would just give the ball to Bijan the whole time. Just let him win the game.
I'm going with the Jets.
All right, I'm going Atlanta. All right, Arizona at Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is struggling, right?
They've lost a few. Baker may not be playing in this game. He got injured last game, but it was only a AC joint sprain. There was no other damage. Yes, it was not. So he may be a go for this weekend. If he plays, I'm taking Tampa Bay.
It's no ifs.
I'm going with Tampa.
Who you have today?
Tampa Bay?
That's their backup quarterback.
I have no idea.
I'm going Tampa Bay as well. I think they'll find a way, regardless of what happens. Maybe the best team in football, the Los Angeles Rams, travels to California.
Travels to Carolina.
Carolina.
Yeah. If Carolina would have kept running the ball and not do what they did last night, whatever that was, they might have had a chance here, but, I'm taking the Rams. They are way too good. They're on fire right now.
Well, you got to go with the Rams, but
I'm on the Rams. Carolina's been playing.
They're scary.
Carolina right now, do you have that, JT?
6-6?
6-6, that's right. Lost last week. All right, Minnesota at Seattle. Talking about a team that's been falling apart in Minnesota, I'm going Seattle.
Seattle for sure.
All right. We're skipping the Buffalo-Pittsburgh game. We already picked this game. We all have Pittsburgh losing, right?
Yeah.
But JT has Pittsburgh. He's bullish on the Pittsburgh Steelers. All right, so we have LA Raiders at the Los Angeles Chargers.
LA Raiders fired their...
How can you vote against the LA Raiders?
LA Raiders... Las Vegas Raiders. Vegas Raiders fired their...
I got confused.
Highest paid offensive coordinator in the NFL, Chip Kelly. I'm taking the Chargers.
All right, me too. Denver at Washington. I'm taking Denver.
Have to.
All right.
I'm going to tell you, this is going to be your boy, RJ Harvey, watching.
You've been saying that all season.
So the Monday night game.
New England.
We have New England at home versus the New York Football Giants. Ken says New England. I'm going New England.
Lamb chowder.
All right, so those are the Week 13 NFL picks, and we'll see if we can make up ground this particular week as well. I happen to think about something with Mr. McCormick as well. All he has to do is listen to the show and just pick who we pick, and he wins.
Mm-hmm.
But you got Bobby out there as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So he also sent another text The term Windy City gained national attention in the 1800s when newspapers mocked Chicago full of hot air politicians during his bid to host the World's Columbian Exposition.
Wow.
I wonder if it changed since then, though.
That's pretty cool. I didn't know that.
Information.
Yeah.
Good information. Thank you very much for sharing. It was still windy at the football game, though. You know.
Yeah, it has a double meaning, originally referring to full of hot air, politicians, and boastful.
Yeah.
Although Chicago does have wind off Lake Michigan, it is not actually one of the windiest cities.
Interesting. So thanks a lot, Bobby, for providing that insight.
Absolutely.
And Cabrini Green was one of the most expensive properties ever sold in the United States of America.
What was?
Cabrini Green Projects.
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Look it up. It was the worst projects in the country.
Housing projects?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Oh, okay. 30 seconds. We already went 15 minutes of overtime, but you got JT.
Well, like I said, we already said happy Thanksgiving and just, to a safe holiday season period. Check on your loved ones. It only takes a minute to check on them and smile and tell somebody hello because it may change your day as well as theirs. God bless. Stay blessed and give blessings.
I just want to say thank you for everyone who listened, who engaged, who sent messages in. Also, just want to say to everyone, take a moment, please subscribe. It helps us so much. It's a free way to support what we do every day and thank us for the hard work that we put into this. Also, want to wish everyone who's listening or who listens in the future, have a happy holiday. Have a great Thanksgiving. Take the time away from your phones, away from the computers, away from electronics, and away from work, and spend some good quality time with your family.
And I would like to say, I'm going to take a little bit more than 30 seconds because I have a number of things I need to get to. But first of all, kudos to Ken for carrying on the Black and Gold post-game show. And the rest of the guys last week was Luther as well as Smoking Jim. Fantastic job. I looked at the numbers as well, and the numbers look pretty good. Look both on the radio side. Well, the radio side, we couldn't get that going, so it was primarily on the YouTube side. And we're trying to get more live listeners. A lot of people listen to the recorded show, which is fine, but we would like more live listeners and phone calls. So put that on your schedule, the Black and Gold postgame show after every day game. Also on your schedule, Cocoa with Jesus, the inspirational faith program or show, I should say, 7 to 8 tomorrow. And then on Saturday, Travel Fun and Tips, and that is from 12 to 2. But we have everyone 24/7 content. Please always check the radio schedule because we do have changes occasionally. And if you're a subscriber, we'll just text you and let you know exactly what is going on. But thank you for listening to this show. Soul Take, hopefully next Tuesday from 6 to 8, you'll join us again. And hopefully next week, we'll have a Pittsburgh Steelers victory. Hopefully I'll be wrong, Ken will be wrong, and JT will be right.
I know I'm right.
That would be excellent if we can do that. So I'm going to go ahead and get this music queued up.
Hey, I got a question.
Go ahead.
Are you guys cooking for Thanksgiving?
Yes. Francine is my wife. Francine is cooking.
Okay, my son Reggie and his wife Jatera are cooking, so at least I don't have to do it.
Cool.
Can you make chitlins this year?
No.
You can always try, Ken.
Yeah, always try.
It's not too late.
I'll bring you a little more to try.
You can always try. All right. So we are out of here, everyone. And again, have a great Thanksgiving.
God bless.